Good everybody. Good day, good day, good day, everybody. How's the weekend going? Um, yes, more apologies to the house, more apologies from me and all reporters. The weather storm affected the internet and there was a setback. This is why I'm coming to the studio now. I've been here and I could not come in using my phone. I didn't want to use my phone because I know there will be a lot of interruptions and there will be a lot of setback. Okay, let's hit the road. Yes, let me introduce it as it goes. It's another beautiful day again with us at Papa Reporters on Talk, the program where we discuss and give our unbiased and unreserved opinion on the issues affecting the social, political, and economic welfare of Nigerians across Nigeria, connecting Nigerians home and abroad. Yes, we are late, but it's never too late. Yes, today is the 13th day of December 2025. 13th day of December 2025. Yes, the end of the year. We are approaching the last weeks of, we're in the last month of 2025. We are approaching the last weeks of the year, and we're in the studio for our 81st episode, our 81st edition of the program. And basically, we'll have a lot of interesting topics coming your way today. Yes, I know we might be a little, yes, we might be short on time, and we might not have our panelists, they were not informed about the outbreak, but or the outage, sorry. But we will try to do what we can do going forward. Yes. First, my name is Obido J. I'm going to be your moderator and host for the remaining time of the day, and I'll bring it to you as it is. Okay, today's topic, we're going to talk about the presentation. According to this one, Upper Reporters, budget presentation is confusing me. A comment is confusing me. Comments the Gaffe, Edo APC. Well, that is these are the topics coming from Upper Reporters. National Assembly stop demolition. Senate to Wike set up a probe panel. Alleged defamation affect Babalola moves to stop Farotimi from practicing law in Nigeria. ABC, though my son is qualified to be Commissioner Oshiomhole. These are the topics today from Upper Reporters and Talks. Basically, I'm not going to have, my panelists yet in the studio. So apparently you're going to be hearing my boring side of the submissions as I will lay them down. Going forward. Yes. Whoa. Yeah, like I said, the topics for today are the topics for today. First, we have to talk about the Edo State government budget presentation. That has brought a lot of discourse because the initial video came out and it went viral. I got several calls, a lot of calls. I was actually busy with work and calls came in, and at that point in time, I didn't really get the information until a friend messaged me and said he has been trying to reach me that he saw a video of the Edo State governor, a funny video about the Edo State governor, trying he reading his budget, and I told him, I said, oh, earlier in the day I saw it on someone's status, but I truly and honestly did not believe it was real. I thought it was a trick. I thought it was some internet joke or blunder, like we have always we mess around Nigerians, you know how we are. And he said, no, it was authentic. That was when I went, saw several media houses, news everywhere. It went really viral. Woo! I wish I had my panelists. I'm going to bring out this topic again another day. If my panelists not, even if they come or do not come today, the topic will still arise because we had two sides of the story. We had people that said, yes, it is a blunder for a man not to be able to say words. How can a man without words give us expressions? On the other hand, we heard people that said, yeah, I don't even know how to use words or numbers. So it is normal. He didn't do anything wrong. It is acceptable. It is all that. So me talking here about myself, I would love to have a panelist to tell me their version of the story. I know it's going to be trending. It's going to be a lot of trending because people are saying we have hit rock bottom. People are saying this is how it is. People are saying it means nothing. I would not. Yes, I would not. Honestly, I would like to be as simple as I can be, and I'll say I'd like to be very straightforward with it. First of all, even machines make errors. It's acceptable in the world. Nothing is perfect. No matter how it is, nothing is perfect. But the only time where life has to give us a better meaning is when imperfect people that we are making errors and accept it, then choose to learn. We're all not born with knowledge. Some of us can speak Chinese, some of us can speak Spanish, some of us are Catholic, some of us are Pentecostal. These are words we learned, these were what we were born into, these were what we had to imbibe into. But it is only not right when another person tries to cover up or tries to defend a different person's mistake. I am not saying I'm perfect. I can make errors. I can look at a statement and read it. I can make errors on those numbers. But I'm not saying I will. But I will not come out to say, yes, I am not good with numbers. Yes, because he's not a thief. That is why he doesn't know numbers. That is a degrading form of explanation on the surface of the earth. Or I will not come to defend that. I know we are all human beings and we are prone to errors, but it's only left for the man who makes the mistake to learn from his errors. But when people come to try to defend those errors, then it becomes pathetic. I use the word pathetic. It becomes madness. We're not saying even the best of elites can make error. I remember Professor Sibanjo the very learned Professor Siwanjo making an error saying about where we were. This is why we were where we were. Those were errors. I'm not saying people don't think happened, and it was a little gap, and everyone laughed. That is normal. It went viral. We laughed, and nobody came out to defend his error because we know how these things are. So it is not proper. There are children amongst us. There are people that look at us and learn from us. It is not, no matter how you support APC or how you hate Obaseki or how you want the artifact returned to Benin City, when you see something that is wrong, we have to underline it. We should never ever, yes, I'm not saying, good, I'll think of myself, I'm not a perfect person. I'm not even accusing, I'm not even interested in the errors that the government has made because it is not new. Or it is not the first time he's having errors. So it is normal. Like we say, English is not our first language. Or we have chosen to accept the fact that that is the government that we have, or that is the government that is there. Just like we have. But when he has errors, when there are errors made, it's only proper we dust ourselves up and say, yes, let us have it. Like we can't, yes, we are better. We are not saying the governor should be removed from office. We are just saying these are the things that, yes, we have to work on. 605 billion, 777 million, 344,785 naira 60 kobo. I'm not saying I know the figures, I'm just saying this is the budget, this is your budget. I cannot come here today and I'll read the upper reporter's presentation and I will say it's confusing me. I am a human being, I can make errors while reading. And I can say, yes, it is confusing me because I might be at that point where, yes, I'm a human being. But it would only be proper if people accept my mistake and say, yes, we'll work on it. But for others to defend, because online, you go on social media, some people try to talk gibberish. Those are the people I am making this reference to. You come to defend what is not proper. And you see an educated person, a learned person. I'm not talking about the APC, I'm not talking about the APC, what's it called? The APC statesman. No, I'm not talking about the chairman, no. I'm not use those. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about other people I have seen online. They come to defend it. No, it's not proper. There was a gap, there was an error, and it's not a simple error. These are the things. A leader, what is the definition of what's leadership? Leaders pave way for people to follow. So that's when we want to. That is everybody. It became a very big one discourse. Yes, a lot of people talked about it. Even all the channels, they were shocked that this was what we were getting out of the outcome. Yes, we have errors about how, but errors should not be defended. Nobody should defend any kind of error at any time, anywhere. The man that made his mistake, it's only proper that they do some proper cleansing, some proper clearing, some proper learning from his errors. These are the things that they keep forgetting. This is not the first time that the governor of Edo State has made a big blunder on national TV. It is only proper that the people around him should know this, that it is yes, because every time they want to say, they say he has a good heart. I don't know who has a bad heart, but you can have a man with good heart that can do the right that doesn't make errors or doesn't make so much errors. Yes, that is what we're talking about. It is the right person at the right place. Secondly, I'll chip one into that. Going forward, there were a lot of blunders in the week from Tuesday till today. The spokesman for the Senate president that was present at the governor of Uyo of the governor of Akwa Ibom State's wife's burial went there and he said he congratulated the governor on the demise of his wife. That is another leader creating another gap, blunder in a different part of the state. The APC state chairman came out threatening people online, calling names, telling us if we don't want it, we don't like it the way it is, we should go to hell or should. Now, all I am saying is putting all this into retrospect. These are leaders these are the leaders that we have around the world, or I'm sorry, not around the country. These are our leaders. How on earth are we getting to such a level where in this or in 3 days you have leaders in different parts of the country giving us bad outcomes? I'm not general. I'm not saying. Honestly, I'm not condemning anybody. It's just the reason I'm saying this is for us to now take a chill pill, sit back, relax, and go back into the drawing board how our leaders are being elected, selected, appointed, and getting up the rank. Because it's becoming worrisome. It is becoming very, very worrisome. We have to go back to the drawing board to figure out how these leaders get up their ranks. Because I remember a panelist came here some time ago before the elections or after the elections or whatever. I don't want to mention his name. I said education is a scam. Education. And we had a front and back argument here. Yes, that's what when they want to act cocky or they want to act big, they want to defend gibberish, they come and begin to talk about the wrong things the right way. Primary 6 certificates as a yardstick to get him into any form. Okay, you want to get a job in Nigeria. You want to work in GT Bank. They ask you, are you a graduate? Yes. Only graduate? Yes. You must do NYC? Yes. They bring those together. Sometimes they won't go as far as telling you they don't want just a graduate. They want a person with a first class or a second class upper. Making those with second class lower look like they have not made it in life. I'm just giving you an illustration. If that is a criteria to getting a job, an easy paying job, yes, let's say as a starter in any of the institutions or business environment, why are we still using primary 6 to become a governor? Why are we using primary 6 to become a senator? Why are we using the primary 6 as a yardstick to become anybody in government? Why can't we say we want the best? It has to be first class. It has to be a certain degree. They must be masters in it. You must have served your nation NYC. Why can't we raise the bar that way? Because at the end of the day, even a medical doctor doesn't earn as much as a Nigerian House of Representatives. A surgeon doesn't earn that much in Nigeria. So why can't we just raise the bar to a level? I'm not saying it because my governor has said something is confusing him. No. But this that I'm explaining is still giving me some worries. Whether I like it or not, it's confusing me. To work in GT Bank, you need to have a degree from a university, NYC certificate, and sometimes you need masters as an advantage. They won't go as far as saying you need, sometimes they tell you need some working experience. But now to get a governor to govern a state like Edo, who has almost 8 million people, you tell them they need only a primary six school certificate. So at this point in time, it's confusing me. I mean, those are the things we're talking about. When you have those things there, when you have those things in place, there's nowhere we'll fall short in the littlest things. Everybody makes error. Yes, it is basic. You can make error in any field. We are not machines. Even machines make error. Computers make. The reason I came here late today was because of an error. The computer, the internet didn't work, and it wasn't man-made. There was a glitch, whether, and these people put 2 and 2, they all put themselves on the line to make sure it works. But there was a glitch, there was the internet outage, and we all suffered because I didn't come early. It's an error, and it's a mistake, and we'll have to live with it. So if a machine can do that, why? We can expect human beings as well to do it. He might not be in the frame of mind. He's a governor, he has many things on his head. He might be thinking of a project that he wants to let loose. He might be thinking of how the 13th salary is going to come from the state coffers. We understand. But people defending him, those people need to be checked. All the people that are defending him, they need proper medical attention. That is it. That is why at some point in time, people should go to the hospital to do a general check. Some people need medical attention. There's no disrespect. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody here. I'm just trying to say, let us stick to right is right and wrong is wrong. That is my submission on that topic for the now. I would not want to explain further and extra again about it, because it might get into certain levels. But I would want the government to go straight into its constitution going forward to work on those things. Primary 6 certificate is a no-no. Secondary school SSC, GSSC as a yardstick or as a perimeter is a no-no. Keep these things on a level where only those who can try hard will qualify for it. Then we know what we are. Then who would know what we are looking at or what we are looking towards? 2 masters in reputable universities, a BSc in any Nigerian university over 50 years or over 30 years. You just sit there. So I'm not saying don't disrespect, but put reputation in it. There are a lot of people of the third class. There are a lot of people that are qualified for it. I'm not saying, but because, yes, you can say, yeah, The guy did not attend school because his father was not well to do, or he didn't have anybody to take him through school. We understand those things. We understand those things are realistic, but there are still people around us that had this opportunity, but they didn't want to go to school. Now they want to become our governors. They chose not to go to school because we all went through the rigors. Education in Nigeria, especially, is not a joke because you have to go through. If you're a science student like I am, it's not a brag. Math, English, chemistry, biology. Those are the math, English, physics, chemistry, biology. Having those 5 subjects from your SS1 up to your SS3, your brain as a child would need to function on the double. Those are how engineers emerge. Those are how geologists emerge. Those are how doctors emerge. So I'm just bringing science into the play because I know how it is. So when you want to pick, that is how it starts. That is how we used to know about it. School is not, education ought to be, it's not a privilege. It's my God, it's confusing me. It's confusing. It's a necessity. It's not a privilege. So, and the education is a right. Oh my God, that's the word I've been trying to pick out ever since for the past 1 minute. Education is a right. It's not a privilege. That is where we are to work towards. And those who have sacrificed themselves to go through the rigors of these rights, and they should earn a stand or a stance on the hierarchy of leadership. Again, and this is not a defamatory word, this is just a standard that should be kept. This is how to put a situation or an environment in the thinnest place in the world. Education is not a scam. Education is a right. I'm saying this to those that say, because some people think, yes, in Nigeria, the rich people that did not go to school, they will have the money, they will employ the educated ones. You see a professor working for an uneducated person. It happens in certain places, only certain places. Anybody can be lucky to be an entrepreneur. Good, be an entrepreneur, make all your. But making policies for the world, or making policies for the nation, or making policies for a continent has to come from a solid educational background. Well, I leave that out till probably I have more. So I have more people in the studio and we can discuss. Secondly, the second topic of the day says National Assembly stop demolitions, Senate to Wike, set a pro panel. There's something that's been bugging me. Today I thought about it. I came and I had a laugh. I talked about it myself, and I had a laugh because you see, in our country, everybody is trying to make ends meet, and some people will say they want peace. Some people say they want justice. But I think, first of all, everybody should be given an equal right. So equal right is a strength. Equal right gives everybody a plain level field to have access to the basics. When I mean the basics, even more than the basics, when I mean equal rights, Some of us we are not from the wealthy homes. We are not from the loud ones. Imagine what happened just now in Abuja happening to a person. Imagine what will have happening to a person who doesn't have the capacity to fight for himself or for herself or for their family. What I mean by this is the Lieutenant Colonel Paulo Bebo, a renowned name, a very known entity from Edo State and Benin City. He lived off a Kenyan road. He had children that we all grew up with. He had he was well known. He was known in Abuja. He was known around the country. Yes, we know him, and he owns the name Polosa. Polosa, I think he has a construction company or something. But he is Polosa that we know. Where his home is close to the stadium in Benin. Prominent man, popular guy. He died 4 years ago, and now one of his properties is on the verge of being confiscated. The reason I'm saying this is, first of all, this is a former military personnel. He's take it or leave it. He was I'll use the word elite. He was one of the leaders in Edo State. He just died barely 4 years ago. Now somebody is coming after his own. The place he has been for over 30 years. Okay, 1984, according to date, till now it's supposed to be 40 years. The property he has owned for 40 years is almost being confiscated in seconds. Imagine if a person without such capacity owns a little plot of or a piece of land somewhere. This is how it happens. They will take the land, they will take the person out, they will clean the slate, they will cover the ground, everybody will move on. Even as big as the name Polosa is, very dark man had to be involved. So I would say very dark man is the first channel to redemption. He has to come to my level because I would not really. The man is ex-military. He just died 4 years ago. His wife owns one of the biggest hotels in Lagos. One of the biggest hotels. Has been there for years. Now they needed the help of very dark man to rescue them from what is going on. Have we come to that? When is it proper for people to go to the police to say, "Oga, please, someone is about to take my property. I need you to do this, or give me a letter, let me go to court tomorrow, or give the person a note, or talk to the person while we go to court to get the document." Not even going to court. These people have their authentic documents as like ROI and CFO. Or what is it called? They had it, and they still had a bulldozer drive to the gate ready to run through. The documents don't even work. If you have your documents, you are wasting your time. That means very dark man has to be protected so that he can continue to fight for the people. Is that what we are saying? Because I would not want to believe that from what I saw, it was authentic. I shook my head several times. I was like, don't you think I happened to this man? What about people like us? You choose, okay, you live in Germany for a long time and you just say, okay, people say just so that You don't look like you don't have a property in Nigeria. Why are you in case? In case you go, you buy a piece of land in your city where you are born. You try to do a little. They even have people living there. They had a lot of families living there. They had a boy that was born in there. He grew up. He got married and rented the next. He rented the next. What's it called? The next apartment close to his father. So he lives with his father. He lives by his father with his children. So the father's grandchildren live in the next apartment. They were ready to take it down. They didn't care how many people. So now we do it and say, okay, well, let's just buy something. You do it in your hometown, and somebody will just come from nowhere to tell you your land has been taken, it has been given to comrade, you will give it to honorable, you have been given to chief, you have been given to. Then now you have to go to very dark man. Very dark man. Without very dark man, the process would have been different. And the bulldozers went there even after the lady had gone to the media to cry, to complain. She was on TV that morning about the news. Very dark man had gone online. He had spread the news. A lot of people, the awareness came. A lot of people made calls. Even after all these, a bunch of people in the bus came with bulldozers to run through the whole place. Where are we heading to? Where are we heading to? You call names, you ask, they say defamation. Is that how? How do we? When is it? How do we know? Okay, is there? Okay. Now we're hearing the reason for the encroachment or reason why they want to destroy the place is because they said it's an abandoned property. Now they know it's not an abandoned property, but they still wanted to make the move because they know when the move starts, it doesn't. Where is it coming? We also had, even with the occurrence and the awareness, yesterday in the sitting at the Senate House, Senator Kingibe, like I don't know her mixed names. Senator Kingibe, I think she won she's the Labour Party winner in FCT, one of the Labour Party winners in FCT. She wanted to make a call in the Senate House on the demolition from the FCTA / the federal FCT minister. And Akpabio stopped her from making a submission or a submission or a call on this demolition. She got angry and she walked out of the, if I'm using the right words, the session until they begged her. And there was a rancor back and forth. They begged her and she came back and she made the statement. She was almost kept short for trying to speak up on such a matter by the Senate president. Sometimes that is why I am asking. That's why I'm asking. Because it's confusing me. How did we get here? When we're younger, I don't know if it's media, when we're younger, there's some things that you do not hear about, some things you do not see. I don't know if now the media is the one propelling all this that we are hearing, or the reasons why we know these things is because we are very vast on media, or we pay attention to government. But I do not want to believe this is how government is, or this is what government is all about. The government, they are supposed to be for the people. You cannot shut a lady that was talking about indiscriminate demolition of people's properties. You cannot do that. If she hadn't been extremely vocal and she didn't create a tantrum, probably this news would have come up from other reporters. Because the Senate now is telling them to stop demolition. Afterwards, when they did the whole thing, afterwards, when she gave her, I don't know the words, but yes, when she did it, a 10-man committee was set up to look into this matter because we don't know. Okay, now there was an accusation alleged that the property owned by the late Lieutenant Colonel Paul Ogbebo, that land on the property has been revoked and allocated to another person, a company that doesn't exist, but is being headed by a House of Representatives from Rivers State. The same company that is running the property, or rather the properties or the hotel owned by the Minister of FCT. You see how these things. You see where we are. So okay, my own case is this. Abuja seems to be a big place. Nigeria is a big place. Nigeria needs development. To me, Nigeria is a small country. When I mean landmass, Nigeria needs development. If the former colonel owns that plot of land, if you want to, as a minister, yes, the way we do it in our country, when you're a minister, you must enrich yourself, you must have properties everywhere, even if you are not going to use it. Yes, the money is too much, you need to use, because that's why people can tell you they can sell a plot of land for 1 billion. I wonder. One day we'll have to go back into property and evaluation. But let us not go there first. They tell you they want to keep one buying this space for 19 billion and 15 billion and calling funds unnecessarily. There are other places to buy land. If you want land to buy land, is it that you want to revoke the land? What do you want to use Polusa's land for? You see how lucrative is that spot? When we saw the videos, it looked like Okwai. Come to those states, go to Okwai, you know? Whatever this you want to build, go to Okwai, you get it for cheap. As a minister, they will allocate it to you. Thank God your friends are in government to allocate to you, build the $1 million or $1 billion edifice. You don't have to secure another person's land. There are a lot of for sale. There are a lot of properties for people that people want to sell. You don't have to go into people's homes, bring a tractor to send them away because you heard or they said that people don't reside there. You didn't even do the due diligence to check or to figure it out. Well, these are quite important for you. Those are the first of all. But again, like I said, we have to go through very dark man to get to be heard, because we have to applaud him. Very dark man, I'm not a fan. I'm not saying I'm very dark man. He's a Nigerian like me, a man that speaks. But I think to me he started as a joke, but now he's now looking more serious than I thought. And if that is an option for him, for people to get justice or to get the right readings to their issues or their cases, then fine. The guy is doing a great job. If we can have 5 of that kind of person, not looking for clout or whatever, then let's also applaud him, because he went to the rescue on time. I think 2 videos, he went there back and forth. And without him, a lot of these people are like, they're not like they are our brothers. And that is how we hear that they're taking their fathers or their inheritance away from them. That is it. Is it because it's in Abuja? So everybody must own a home in their village? It what happens in the villages. I'm talking about the village. It happens if they are not. We need equal rights. Okay, I'm just. We need equal rights. We don't want peace. Let us get equal rights. What the way it is handled to A, that's how it should be handled to B. Now, enough of me. We have 2 panelists in the house. We have Joe and we have Chief Oye. Thanks, Chiboy. It's been a while. Thank you for coming today. But first, I want to take us back to the first topic where let's discuss it briefly for the people at home. Um, Joe, this we are talking about first before we go to National Assembly and demolition. We're talking about the budget presentation. Upper Important is a funny guy. He said, "Oh, budget presentation. It's confusing me. Governor commits a gap. Edo APC." What do you take? What is your take on the whole conundrum?
Well,
Unmute yourself.
Mr. Moderator, Mr. Moderator, good evening, and Chief Oye, good evening.
Yeah, good
Well,
evening.
yeah, yeah, we are not actually surprised, but well, I expected him to brush himself up, being a governor, and also have a good personal assistant and all that, special advisor that can guide him in public speaking. So, because I don't expect the governor to make such a mistake. That's the kind of a first financial year for him. He should be able to take everything right, ensure no figure is missing, and he messed up. It's just a public debate to adjust it anyway because we actually at the end of the day, it did not pronounce the sum total amount that he budgeted for. So if you are saying that because it cost so many figures, that so many people confused, we don't actually know the budget of 2025 for Edo State. Presently, we don't know. Because we see your paper that might be alteration and all that. So he did not because not he the law are made for the governor to pronounce it himself the House of Assembly, which he could not do. Because then he cut it short after more drama and all that. So well this what we are talking about. You see, people always come to government by force, by fire. I want leadership does not mean that because people are behind you. Leadership come personally when it takes personal character and charisma can make a good leader. Not just because say you have one godfather somewhere, you have one godfather somewhere. Let me tell you honestly. You see, this just shows that this man is not in government. He's not in control of government. That's what it shows. Because you can't tell me if I want to run as an obligation I have, I want to present the budget for a new year as MD of a company. The figure should be in my head without paper. It should be in my head. I don't even look at the paper because it's the money I want to spend. I should want to at least tell the figure. If I don't analyze how I can spend it completely, but the figure, total figure, I should want to pronounce it even in a dream. So this just show incompetency. Honestly, we should be truthful to ourselves. He's a government, is a government. We can't remove him by fire by force now. Otherwise, can't pronounce otherwise. But we should because when they are so APC chairman, that man is I don't know how to quantify him. How can you when such a governor makes such a mistake? I don't even expect you to say anything for the first stage. You don't supposed to come out on media and say anything because it was televised live. He made blunt the mistake was supposed to talk to governor with the A is supposed to be fired. Why would the East allow him to make such a mistake without rescuing him? They allow him to struggle for so many times. And now come to the media and insulting Joe Light. I don't know what. But I just pray that God should just intervene in those states. I keep saying it because I say if effectively God does not say otherwise, God does not say otherwise. I see this 4 year as a waste in those states, honestly, because it's not about threatening, looking at project, looking at seeing approving project. The completion of project is so important. It's not about seeing project approving. The completing project is what is important. Not I put 10 projects today, I appoint 20 commissioner. Because I see this, they are going to rubbish this man. I tell you, they are going to rubbish him because they have all this disadvantage now on him. Even the people he's appointing, they already know he weakness. The weakness is just so obvious, so pronounced. How can you tell me, oh, governor want to present it? You figure you don't even need to read it. You should have it in your brain because that paper has been with you for more than a week, more than 2 weeks. So so it did not go through the paper. They just gave him. He brought it to the House of Assembly to present it. So that's what it means. People just put figures together and say, Governor, take this paper when you go to House of Assembly, pronounce it. That's all.
No, but is it not a case whereby his minister, or sorry, his commissioner for finance, or his financial secretary can come and read it to the people? Does it have to be the governor that will read
No,
it?
the law makes the governor do that. He has to come for the governor,
Okay.
not from personal whatever. What I'm saying is that when the A's, if you have a good A, you see your governor strong way to pronounce something, you just write a piece of paper and a word, go and give to him secretly. Okay, read on words since he cannot actually, but they are lying to make that, but on television. No, that's too poor for a duty. Honest, let's be honest.
Well, they didn't know. Sorry to cut you short, sir. They didn't know he was going to commit blunder now. It was a shock to everybody. Who would think that our governor will not be able to pronounce his own budget?
Why
They didn't know.
No, they know what he's capable of. Let me
No, but
just
they didn't know he was able to call the figures now. He's not the child here now, so they didn't know.
Okay, now can I
They
say something?
know. Next time they will write it in words so he can read. But I
Okay,
don't think that first one they knew.
let's do this. Let's do this. Are we saying that when they were piling this budget together, when they were putting it together, he was absent? Was he absent?
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely. I'm sure he was seeing it for the first time the day that he read it.
So
Obviously.
that's another catastrophe. When the man was absent for a budget he was supposed to put in place by himself, we are not saying this unless, then they should know, those defending him, that on the numbers, they should know this man may not be able to dissect these documents that we have provided him. Hence, we should.
I give you 100% no. We can't. He cannot.
They should know. They know that he cannot. They know the man's strength. They know his capabilities.
He cannot, honestly.
They have always told us he had a good heart. It's not about English. It's not about this. It's not about math.
For leadership.
In a country like ours, in a state like ours, we need not only good heart, we need the whole rounder. Brains and heart and aura and charisma and everything. That's what we need in this condition we are in this country.
Sorry, yes, you interjected Mr. Joe. Mr. Joe, you have finally said your part. Chief Oye, please
Mr.
give
Joe,
us
my apologies.
Ms. Chief Oye, please give us your submission. Yes, it's your turn now.
No problem. We are here, no problem.
Mr. Joe, sorry for cutting you. Your points were so valid that I was so eager to say something. Because I support you 110%. I agree with you. And I think it's a catastrophe. We didn't want to judge this man by his inability to communicate in the standard languages because we all have been saying English is not our mother tongue. But I think that numbers, he would have used Edo language or Esan language. But what he has shown us so far is ignorance, incompetence, not prepared. Less than 100 days in office, our governor is not prepared to serve. I don't see the interest in his face. They say, oh, he's a businessman. So if he's a businessman, he doesn't have to be a scholar. But Babalola, if you cannot read what you wrote, it simply means you didn't write it. It's like those people who copy word for word for Chukuli, when you're just writing everything in front of you. You don't know. You don't know. Yeah, because I tell you this with all confidence that if they had practiced, his aides would have known that he's not capable of reading, and they would have made it in simple letters for him. Instead of just putting the figures, they would have put the words. and our dear president, who we are all ready to support because we all want what's best for Edo State, would have been able to read it. But I'm sure they didn't prep, he didn't study, he didn't read it, he didn't go through it. And when they came, they made a mess of themselves. So you can't blame his aides. His aide is only trying to keep his job. And in doing so, he failed completely and should be fired, if you ask me. So
Who should be fired? Sorry.
that people that wrote him that crazy number, those crazy numbers, because they should know by now that their governor is not competent enough to speak. We don't only need brains, we need the whole package, like I said. We need an orator. We need somebody who will come to the podium and give the people hope that, yes, I will take those states to the, top of the tallest mountain and make us great. That's what we need. Not in this hunger. After suffering, we can't buy petrol, we can't eat, we can't feed, insecurity. And then our governor is giving us blunder. There's no hope at the end of the tunnel. I come to this platform every day and I tell you people, I see no hope. And I'm really, really, really ashamed. Ashamed of him. Ashamed of Oshiomhole. Because he's Oshiomole's man. I'm sure him and Oshiomhole, they've had a quiet time, to rub minds. And when Oshiomhole was the governor, he performed, right? So when you're looking for someone to carry that mantle that you have set, you must have had quiet meetings with him, and you people must have talked and rubbed minds, and then you will hold your chest and head up high and say, I am sure that this man is the man that will lead Edo State, that will carry on from the past heroes like Chief Obomudia and Bruce Ali and so on. And Obaseki, who I must add. But for you to now bring this man to us like a joke, and then people begin to question, did we really vote this man? The man that you have imposed on us. What is all this? How can you take our vote and now take our pride? What is Okwebolo saying? He said he's sorry. It's confusing him. I mean, the numbers are too big.
Governor.
Governor.
It was the same president that said the numbers were too large that was confusing him when the same president made a gaffe. But he just said sorry, and it was confusing him. And at some point, he just said 605 billion and forgot about it.
But I think the only honest thing that he has ever said was that.
And everybody, I don't have a problem with. See, we have not heard from the governor or on the reasons whether he's sorry about his error. My only problem.
I just think one thing you said.
This is what I think, Mr. Mojo. About being sorry.
No, it's true.
If he cannot understand his numbers, how can he lead us? If this man cannot understand his numbers, where is he going to take us to? How is he going to invest?
Let's assume. I'm trying to put a form of assumption. Now, let's assume that he had one stage fright. Or there are some people, there's this, I don't want to call it.
Campaign, stage fright.
But I said assumption. Or a mental disorder, not a medical disorder, not mental disorder, a medical disorder that allows people when they see funny numbers 9 and 6, 7, 5, all close.
Dyslexia. He can be dyslexic.
But that is not medically proven, so we cannot give him that all alleged.
That's what I'm saying, Mr. Moderator. And those things is not in the capacity. We have not settled yet. To get all due respect to dyslexic people, they've been, even Roosevelt, former president of the United States, I think he had some medical conditions. My point is, we are not in that state. We need a runner, somebody that hits the ground running, because we are suffering. It is when we are now well fed and say, oh my God, those states is we have grain, we have security. And then
that's what we can gamble.
Let's try this time. Let's not judge him. But now we have to judge who we put there.
Yes.
We have to, because this is sweat and blood. People are suffering.
Yes, but see that's what good. You see, even machines. The reason I said something before you guys came to the studio, I said I had a glitch. That is why I came to the studio late. It is a computer glitch, internet glitch because of the weather. The weather is changing, so there was this outage, power outage. Computers make errors, so human beings are prone to errors. You can make errors, but it's
Computer
only
makes errors not every day. And if
not
it
every
makes errors every day, we change it.
This is my take.
You know what is going to happen.
Excuse
You know
me.
what is going to happen.
If the human being is remorse and is ready to learn, that is one. My pain in the whole thing is when you have some other adults defending this man's error. You know, some people came to defend the error. Yes, you can make an error, but someone coming to defend it to say he is not a thief, that is why he doesn't know numbers. Someone mentioned
I have to pronounce it.
Who said that?
it's just another public, another
okay.
from another side. Said he's not a thief, that's why he doesn't know numbers. So people had the audacity to start mentioning how President Zuma of South Africa made a gaffe, how Joe Biden made a gaffe. They were making comparisons, defending the error. That is the point. Then secondly, it is left. When the person makes an error and it goes viral like this, it is only proper for the person to come and say, okay, do like the governor. Don't do like you don't care. Tomorrow you are going to, because after he did it, the next day he went to the Senate to relinquish his position as a senator. That means what we say does not matter. He's moving on. And there's something that has been going on. Every 3 days, there's a negative speech or a negative talk from their government on Obaseki. It's on road. Obaseki spent 16 billion on 8 lots of roads. Obaseki did this. That is not what we want to hear. Obaseki is not where we know where Obaseki is. You are the governor, the man without errors. What are your plans? Because you are not even perfect. You can't even reach your budget, but you are worried about the figures that Obaseki used to that road. Can you
Moderator, this man will just be approving any figures, because he cannot interpret the figures.
But it is okay.
That's what we're doing now.
It's not okay, but even if it's not okay, it's not okay. Yes, but we hope
They can give the current figure of 2 billion will be assuming it's 2 million. I'm telling you.
Well, thank you for that topic. Let us go to the next topic as it is. We are talking about the demolition, and the National Assembly has sent a message to the Minister of FCT, Minister Wike, to stop the demolition of properties in Abuja, and a 10-man probe panel has been set up. Did you guys hear about the Polo Bebo issue in Abuja?
Yeah, we heard.
Yes. I'm not going to talk about it. That is, they are going to, yes, at least senators woke up from their slumber, at least. So my question is very dark man the person that everybody will run to now when there's a problem, or will go to our police? Because even as a military man in Nigeria, we know when they say army, the guy in the army, the guy in the military man, we have that fear. Say, military, I don't get time for army. We don't even wear camo. We don't wear camo, no matter how beautiful it is. We don't even wear black boots, no matter how beautiful these boots are. For fashion, you don't. I'm telling you, you can't wear, no matter you wear black boots in Nigeria. Depends on where you wear it. You can wear it to shoot video with the video, but when you want to go, you pull it, there's something else. Because if you are still caught around certain areas, those boots are not going home with you, and you might end up seeing what you are not expected to see. So those are the fear of the army in our country. But now, this is what is happening to a man that has been in the army that has served this country very dark man had to come to the rescue, not even the army. If not for very dark man, the demolition would have taken place and would have been a different story entirely. So my question is, how did we get here?
You know, Mr. Moderator, you know the this coming of social media in Nigeria are becoming a very serious drive when it comes to Nigeria system. So because you see, because of most Nigeria are jobless, no job, they have so much time for internet 24 hours a day, and you see, it becomes so a full force. So since very dark man come up, so many people have beginning to believe in him because we already have a free government in that country. So anyone that stood up for the truth, if you succeed for one or two cases, before you know, people start believing in you. When people start believing in you, you start getting the force. That is what very dark man represent now. It beginning to gather the force that government could not.
So if very dark man is not in, if it's not in Ambazilo, or if it's not in Okene, or if it's not in Jeba, to come to people's rescue, anything can happen. Because very dark man happens to live in Abuja, and these people, the Ogbebos, they are lucky enough to have him close to their
I heard when the man was calling very dark man on media that please very dark man come to my rescue, that they want to take over my land and all that. So that's what I'm saying. Now the force it be coming to from internet to physical now. So a very dark man was able to get that leadership part of that internet to become a physical now. So I mean, if we have like 2 to 4 people like that, and once he's present, police is also afraid to attack him because why? If he attack him, they're going to the Nigerian police is going to follow the police people with internet by fire. So they are beginning, so they don't attack him when in the public. They try to respect his personality and all that. So these are the people we had because the government that was also the work of government. Let me finish for Wike first. He said Wike are just making a mistake. Yeah, he's attaching a political career to a minister. He forgotten you are a minister of Federal Republic of Nigeria, not your bishop. So I don't know why. I don't know. We should be able to tell you that because he's just trying to allocate this land for a political future settlement. To settle people, they stand beside it, they stand behind him when the case arises. All those things. That you see, when a man is grieving as a leader, I see Wike coming to meet his end very soon because he has battling steps to so many people's toes. Both the poor, the rich.
He has been stepping on toes for a long time. It's not now. A man that the people of PDP in Nigeria is afraid of. Well,
I don't know why they have put so many political bus in Abuja now. So many people homeless.
Yes, and I heard that, but
the provision, nothing, no, he doesn't care. No, it's not right. And you are just a minister for 4 years. You will live for 4 years. I don't know why he's forgotten. I don't know why he's forgotten. I don't know. It's a 4-year term.
Yeah, he knows. But on the other hand, let us still be pragmatic when we speak. I heard he's doing a good job. But you know, when these people, they think when they are doing a good one, when they work, they try to put a good job here behind, they try to do demonic things. I heard he's doing a good job. So even at that, he might get his 8 years ministerial position because I heard he's
You see where we are still getting it wrong. What do you mean by good work? People are hungry. You are just doing empty.
Yes, but I think they say he's doing a lot of sanitizing in Abuja. That's the same Abuja residents. I've not been to Abuja in years. the same residents in Abuja are claiming that he is doing this. Then secondly, is obviously, I know there's government of collaboration. When I mean government of collaboration, what I believe in, APC can get a Labour Party member who can work, because everybody is claiming to be there to do the best job. If it's me, I will do this. We don't have to wait for you to be governor, or you don't have to wait for you to be senator. When I'm governor, if anybody that is qualified and that can make the magic, like they say, I will bring them into inclusive government. So I'm not faulting Tinubu, President Tinubu, for making Wike if Wike can do the job. One. But again, on anti-party lines, the PDP cannot even speak to Wike. So who is going to deal with Wike? Is it to retire Tinubu? Tinubu is almost retired. If Tinubu does 8 years, Tinubu will go out of politics. And since PDP, this PDP that we see, as PDP is going, practically, I think who will follow him because of age factor. Who will be out there? I think the only Wike, because PDP cannot even talk to Wike. They're acting, Wike will come to their meetings, do everything, go, everybody's acting like they don't see him.
Is Wike a PDP?
Oh, yeah.
You asked that question.
No. It's still a PDP when I go to the PDP meetings. You will do finish, you go with LPC convoy, you will do they don't dare. They don't dare. He still threatens PDP governments.
Yes.
So what was the same company of quality? Nothing. If we don't change up our game and begin to change our standard, my brother, it's going to get worse. There will be a time a politician will be using hand signs. They'll be telling you, when they speak English, they'll tell you hand signs to the politician. I'm telling you, that's how deep that's how we are getting to the depth of the ocean. The depth, that's where we are now. It's because I don't know. All they will say, where it starts from, I said it before you guys came. The primary 6 standard should be eradicated or it should be amended. You cannot continue to use primary 6
as a basis of being a leader.
No,
that's too poor.
That is too low. You can't give 2-1 to graduate, 2-1 with NYC certificate to a person that wants to work in bank and you want to pay 80,000. Then somebody that you want to go state IGR to, you say primary 6.
Primary 6.
How can we do that?
That's have primary 6.
What?
Our governor now, is he a primary 6 set holder?
No, that is the yardstick. That's the yardstick.
No, he has wife, but the wife is still credit.
He has wife, or he did wife. Yeah, he has wife. I'm not saying he doesn't have wife. They say he has wife. But why are we using such documents? There are federal universities that have, there are universities, not even federal universities. There are universities that have been on ground for over 40 years. Standard universities in Nigeria. You must be a graduate from at least one of them on a BSc or master's level. In fact, BSc or master's level. The government should be having masters as a part of his criteria. It's not primary 6. And you should have at least minimum. So what office Chevron will tell you first class. What's Chevron? Who is Chevron? Shell will tell you first class. That's the not tell you graduate to, because a lot of people graduate. But now, what do you graduate with? You're not a first class or a second class upper. With at least
you know what? Do you know what's funny me? Moderator, do you know what's funny me? The chairman of APC said Modi have ever pronounced that such amount before. So that's why I could not pronounce that. So me, if someone want to govern a state, it does not know numbers.
That chairman,
So
the chairman is
and
always.
as a chairman of a party, you are proud to say that on television that somebody you present does not know number. And and I do say them trust their IGRO on such person's hand. So is that not a total blunder in the state?
It's an logo.
Nobody sent that chairman. That chairman was just being
The chairman
an oversabi. I'm sure Babalola would be like, which one is the chairman's own inside? Because I think it's what the chairman said that really started putting salt into injury. So, and the chairman, I don't know how he got there.
It happened. People, I said error, it's okay. But, well, anyways, those are the things, but our standards need to change because I still made some instances. That is Edo. Let's say that is the Edo crisis. We had two from Edo, a chairman that was saying gibberish and a governor that made blunders. That's Edo. The one that happened in Akwa Ibom State, I think was you didn't hear that one?
Yeah, I was congratulating the governor for the demise of his wife, and oh my God.
Our leaders are confused.
Our leaders are confusing us. They're congratulating someone that has lost his wife. Wow. Is this something that we do not know?
No, they do not know. Honestly, they do not know.
They are not supposed to be there. These people, you can't be where. I can't walk into an engineering field now and say I want to do. I don't know. If you have
they put themselves there now. They place themselves there
because they didn't do due diligence. That is it. Because you are not. So they get primary 6. They don't even check because he can. Use loyalty instead.
One of the key qualities of a good leadership must be public speaking. Public speaking is very important in leadership because you have to be giving people hope by speaking. If you don't start with giving people hope, so I just pray that God do otherwise because I don't expect us to run this 4 years. I don't know because I just begin to imagine. Because how will this man engage people, engage investors?
Well, let's just hope and pray and beg our ancestors and the universe and the Almighty God that it will get better. Because at the end of the day, Edo State is our pride and joy, and we want what's best for Edo. And we will stand behind the governor, to take some classes in his quiet time.
Yeah.
You know,
we need someone that can strive now, someone that can strive for Edo. It's not someone who can strive because things are so bad.
Now he's already there. He's in there now. And we have 4 years together. So let's beg our governor, our dear governor, we're all solidly behind you. My suggestion would be find educators that would help you spiritually, mentally, physically. There are different ways that you can brush up so that you can serve. Because if you continue
we need to brush up. It's important.
That's the only way to serve. That's the only way to serve. Brush up. It's not hard. You know, you're already there. You're putting yourself there. Maybe the stars have aligned for you to be there. Now brush up and do the needful. It's not too late. You haven't even had 100 days in office. So as far as there's life, there's hope. So Governor, Monday, please brush up. Brush up for your people and serve us.
You should go back to adult school.
Mm-hmm. So not so, because
Yes,
you can't
now.
be mixing numbers. Now our money be that now. That's our money. The 600
Come
billion,
on.
600 million billion, and whatever. Now our money now. No
If
be our money. Some
if one figure come out, we don't lost money with that.
people
605, 506, 7. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm just being trying
it's
to
not
be.
funny. Oh. That's our money. It's not funny. It's messing with that's
Not
our
for
money.
no.
And you know the budget was times 6, or the budget is times 4 of the last budget that was presented to Edo. It's four times.
4 times.
Yes, 4 times the previous budget.
Can you imagine? I'm
Are you
sure
asking
they're giving us with all this now, what they are giving us is una go explain tire. I'm telling you,
yes now?
yeah.
If we talk about say defamation, everybody saying defamation, but that's what is flying in the air. The defamation,
This there's a
cyberbullying.
freedom of speech. There's a freedom of speech. It's not information, there's freedom of speech.
No, yeah, there's a freedom of speech, but they are using the Ugandan, the famous Ugandan military. I'm not calling him a dictator. I'm not for that. The Ugandan military former head of state that said freedom of speech is real, but the freedom after speech is not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed.
Yeah, but we're not. We
Yeah,
haven't said anything. We're just saying brush up because we're
yes,
doing
but,
what we're supposed to.
Criticism make you to be serious. I don't know what people don't know.
some
And
people
Make
you
just
you
know what?
yeah,
You know
some
what?
people don't want to be criticized. They think it's a form of disrespect.
no.
That is
That's a
it.
bad leader.
That is the education
That's a bad leader.
that some of them lack. They think criticism is insult. Criticism is not insult.
No, it's not an
Criticism
insult.
is only an avenue to make you go stronger in whatever you are doing. It's to learn. It's a part of the learning process. People
Yeah.
hate to learn. They hate to learn. They feel because I am a billionaire, I make my billion, you cannot tell me what to do. There's some people you cannot talk to. A man that has money, let me not go for that. Okay. They say there are two people.
I'll say something quickly.
Go ahead.
Certain people you cannot talk to a man that has money. If Monday cannot count his own money, that's fine. But when he's dealing with our money, the people of Edo State, the good people of Edo State, then we have a right to complain. And
You should
another
be
thing,
very, very careful when you use that
yeah,
money.
yeah, and also because I love my state very much, and I have hope. I really have hope. I just beg the governor to we want to see what Oshiomhole saw in him. That thing that Oshiomhole wanted to risk it all for. We want to see it. We are happy to see it, and we will accept it. Just let us see it. So far we haven't seen it. While Oshiomhole said that it's
No.
Babalola. So maybe it's there. Maybe Oshiomhole has that sweet eye that he used to get us Obaseki. So now he has gotten us Popolo. So maybe eventually, because in the beginning people weren't sure about Obaseki, but now, as time went by, we saw that he was doing things. Intelligent man, and he did a lot for Edo State. So we want to get to the point where we will now see Okpobolo and say, up Monday, you have delivered a son of Esan land, a proud son of Edo State, making Edo State great. At the end of the day, I keep saying it, that's what we want. We want the best for Edo State. So if they say, okay, Okpobolo, he has dyslexia, or he's not a man that's good with numbers, and A and B and C. Well, we don't want to have a governor that's not good with numbers because he will be dealing with numbers. But if they say,
All
okay,
the
he's
time.
already there, and let's try to make the best of it, we are still positive. We want to make the best of it. It's not over till it's over. So, dear governor, please just brush up. Help us to brush up so that you will brush up and make Edo State a livable place for all of us.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your submission, guys. Yes, I'm about to. Yes, I have a few minutes to shut down because we didn't start early. I was supposed to do the 2-hour mark, but due to in setback of the internet outage, I have to make it short. But again, I would make it up to the people probably on the next round, or make it 3 hours on Monday, or make it 2 hours, 30 minutes. Because we have unfinished topics, but with the time, we cannot do it all. But first, I have to read. We have Jador Otio, his greeting from Berlin. Jador, how are you? Greet you too. Then we have Ben Vogue. Ben Vogue made several comments. Ben Vogue, how are you? I don't know where you're writing from, but you said, good evening, everyone watching, and God bless. God bless you too, Ben. You don't know figure and alphabet, and you elect to be your governor of your state. That's a dreadful one. Come on, what are we talking about? My question is, how did Monday become a senator? 506 billion, 705 billion. Sorry, this is the budget. It is confusing me. Thank you, thank you. The funny thing is they smile. Everybody on the internet has got a handshake. They are saying they smile. Well,
You go cry.
he's a governor. The fact that comes with being a governor, he has the final say. He has ultimate power. He has the work that they do have as governors. If you don't know, is psychopaths. They have too many psychopaths that applaud their errors when they make mistakes. People that are around you hardly know who wants the best for you or who doesn't want the best. They all just want to lick your fingers, want to lick your toes.
We should start seeing the passion in him that he want to make. You should start seeing the passion when he speak. If the passion is not there,
Well, I think, like he has promised you guys during the election, he said he was going to make the godfathers happy and was going to make those people that put him in government happy. So you guys might not be seeing the passion, but they are seeing it. So let us always take a man for what he says. Let us forget about what we think. He made statements before during his campaign. I remember the first one was, I'm not going to let you guys down. I'm not going to, if you put votes for me, I'm not going to ignore you. And he promised that. And we cannot tell. Those people that are putting first, how happy are they? Those people might be watching. Yes, Ben Vogue, he says watching from Spain. Thank you, Ben Vogue. Before we go, I just want to say two things. And these two things, we don't need deliberation much on them. They are the last two topics. One is, After Babalola moves to stop daily patrol from practicing law in Nigeria. That is a great one. That is moving the barrister Daily Patrol from the bench of, how do they call it? There's this term they call it, from the bench of whatever. That is deloying, buying, taking him away because of the Defamation Act alleged to be on the file. That is one. We are going to talk about that on Monday. And the last of them all is, my son is qualified to be an Edo commissioner. My son is qualified to be an Edo commissioner. These I want to beat up. 1 minute from Chief Oya, 1 minute from Joe. My son is qualified to be an Edo commissioner. This is from Oshiomhole. Mr. Joe, what do you have to say about that?
okay. I actually listened to that speech that Oshiomhole
Yes.
where Oshiomhole was an interview or something. I listened to the talking about when Oshiomhole cannot say if French was not working. So if he just saying that he's pretending. So the influence works for his son to become a commissioner in Edo State. It's all plan work. He shouldn't come to media and start all stories. Those are stories that it was a Monday. If we give Monday a chance, Monday alone, Monday cannot afford to Oshiomhole's son to be commissioner of when we have people that have professor in medicine in Edo State. So you can't go and pick Oshiomhole's son that which experience does he have? So he keeps saying that he go to his school, whatever, read the public medicine, read this one, read this one. What does experience? They require experience to be a commissioner. It's not managing a private hospital. This is state health. So you need experienced person that have worked in public sector for so long. So you shouldn't come and tell us that his influence worked for his son to become a governor, and to become a commissioner. Those are how they bring their children in. When you want to become governor, say he wants the commissioner of the head, and he's qualified to be a governor now. He wants a commissioner. So those are we know their titles. So he shouldn't tell us stories.
Okay, thank you very much. Chief Oye, what is your submission on this on the statement?
Well, we're having heads of state or presidents and governors and senators that have primary 6 certificates. I guess the university or master's holder graduate can be a commissioner. So Oshiomhole is not really wrong when he says that his son is qualified enough based on his academic experience. But Mr. Joe, you are 100% correct, because we ask ourselves, what experience does this young man have? We are talking about the health sector here. We are not talking about entertainment and culture where you can bring Davido and Burna Boy to bamboozle the crowd. But this is lives we're talking about, and it's a shame if after looking at the whole list of qualified and experienced medical practitioner or healthcare practitioners, and there's nobody to pick than Oshiomhole's son. Well, now then get our state. Let them continue to do as they wish, and time will tell.
I like the fact that it sounded like one lawyer that his name is Libros Oshoma. When he says, after saying everything, he uses his last line might be used in pidgin. After all, now waiting with the hear for TV. That's so, like you said, and they get us. These are the things everybody's complaining everywhere in all corners of the social media space. The things we see, the things we hear. A former this is going further than we let us come to the table where I want to give my own submission. In as much as yes, we have Oshiomhole's son, the doctor. Yes, because they say he's a doctor. He's sure qualified to be a commissioner of health as it is given to him. But sometimes I think these things have done like they try to spite people. Oshiomhole has not been the first senator in Nigeria. He's not the first former governor of Edo State. Okimeneda had qualified daughters or children in education. So, and any chief, the great chief, and then he had qualified sons and daughters. He didn't put any of them in power. Oyegu has. Osumbo has. So for this recycling, it is not proper. Whether it's qualified, it is not proper. If he has been working for a ministry before and he has gone through the channels, then we can understand. Although it's an appointment, we know. But did he work in Central Hospital? Did he work in Selabasenjo? Or did he work in UBTH? What about those workers that have been there for years, working, going through the ranks? When is he going to be there? Or because they are not Oshiomhole's son? You can't say because your son studied in Canada and you have to you can bring a big CV. But come on. Does he know how it is being handled from the ministry up to his level? Or he just wants to try to do it to settle a man that has played a major role in politics? Is that how
there's some key, when it comes to commissioner, there's some key area. When you want to do appointment, normally, or like a minister of health, it must be somebody who will work in ministry of health and retired. Or somebody who is there. Because you know what, when it comes to public health, it's very difficult to manage.
Our health sector, our health sector is like this. That confuses people.
So many policies when it comes to health sector. So why are you telling me we still be? It's not a private hospital. If it's a private hospital, it's fine. You can do it. This is probably
you just bring him. Probably does he live in Benin?
He lives in Abuja. Not live in Benin. He lives in Abuja.
All these things are, and they're not hidden. So it's putting it on our face. I'm not arguing. I'm not a doctor. Yes, it's only proper. It's even good. We're having a doctor that's a commissioner of health. Very soon we'll we'll start having native doctors. Even lawyer is good. We'll have no native doctors. So he has a shrine in Obia. Then they'll put him. They'll say it's the same treatment. It's a native doctor of God or native man of God. It's simple. That's how we get, because we are watching and these things, we're accepting them. The man that we don't even know how he looks. During Oshiomhole's campaign, we don't know if he was there.
Who knows him? Who knows him? Where is he working? Which achievement does he have in the state? Because that's a key appointment. Commissioner of Health is a key appointment.
Well, that is that for today. I thank you guys for being in the studio. I apologize again for the setback. I didn't start early. That's why there are some other people, panelists, I think they missed it. I felt it wasn't happening because things went the other way. Like I go, before I leave, I always do my thing. I always give my African proverb. My African proverb today talks of mystic. He said, the hand that makes mistake belong to those who work. The hands that make mistakes belong to those who work. Because really, when you are making a mistake, when a person makes a mistake, you're probably doing your work, you're learning, you're trying to do something, or you're being taught something. It's like going to school, going to church, going to play work, whatever. You are doing something. That's when you can say, no, you didn't do it well, you made a mistake. This means that mistakes are bound to happen when you work, which is a good thing. The key is to view them as opportunities to learn and grow. The key for making a mistake is, the best part is for you to say, okay, I have made this mistake. Next time, I will not make it. I have learned from this mistake. I'm sorry, it is confusing me. I will go home, I will learn from it, and I will not do it again. There's no way to defense. So that is my African proverb today. I hope it is not confusing. Thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you, Chifoye. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, everybody that came from, that's watching from every part of the world. It's a weekend. Let us go and have fun and drink responsibly. Pray that we have a better outcome in our states and stop allowing things confuse us.
Thank you, moderator. Thank you, Mr. Joe.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you for your see you Monday.
Okay.
Thank you, Joe. See you guys on Monday.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye, guys.